Man, I want to start the shit off. I want to talk about May 13th. Mm, May 13th, man. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, new Kendrick Lamar album. Fuck, I'm hyped. I'm hyped as fuck, bro. I love Kendrick, bro. So like, man, I'm ready. I can't wait because I know it's gonna be fucking insane. So it's so funny. What's so funny is like the day before he announced it, right? The night before, I was riding the car with Mitch. I'm sure you guys know who Mitch is, my buddy. And we were riding the car and we listened to old Kendrick. Just so happened to be the night before we listened to fucking, Good Kid, Mad City. And I was like, man, do you think? It's like, man, you think he's gonna drop this year? This is the day before that I was like, do you think he's gonna drop this year? And my nigga Mitch, who literally is never right about anything ever, like he's never right ever. He's like, hell no, man, nigga ain't dropping this year. Fuck you think? Okay. Or I was just like, yeah, maybe he not. Next day, the nigga announced his album. I'm like, nigga, you're never right about anything ever. It was funny as fuck. That's just exciting. That's a crazy ass album named Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. It just sounds like a fucking movie, like to me it sounds kind of like almost like a 60s. Sounds like a 60s band. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the concept behind it. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. Because I think he's really not think. I know he's amazing with storytelling. And that's something I truly, truly appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always appreciated concepts and storytelling and albums and in music, and it's just I don't know, man. It's something worth appreciating. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that's just sick. I think I'm excited to see like where he goes with the sound because artist development is such an amazing thing to me, and I think a lot of artists are afraid of it. A lot of artists are like, because with artist development can come like, the best and the worst. Like I've had this conversation recently with a lot of people, even last night with Mike Will. Talking about like as an artist, you want to give your fans what they want. As a fan, I was even having this conversation with Jermaine Dupri about a week ago. And we were talking about like as an artist, like a fan will always love you for whatever they fell in love with you for. Like if it was this song or this vibe or this energy, they'll always want that. My argument was I feel like as an artist, as a fan, if you love an artist, you should love whatever they do. Or not love because it's opinion and it's entitled, but like follow that artist through that journey. Like I remember being in middle school and high school and even elementary school. I was in 5th grade, I think. When it first started, just following Kid Cudi, and just following him through his journey when he went through Man on 1, then he went to 2, and then he, started making rock music. And, he did Indica, and then he started doing Wizard, and he did Wizard, and then he just came back with a rock album, and it was like, I followed him through that, and I was on whatever he was on, and I thought that shit was sick. Even Kanye West, I think Kanye West is the best artist to use for this example for like an artist. He's like the true prominent artist that I feel like fans follow and go with his flow, like throughout the years. But even then, you still have the conversation, people missing Mr. Old Kanye. People miss backpack rapping, polo, teddy bear Kanye West because it's like that's what we fell in love with you for. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, but then it's a great area because then it becomes a thing when it's like, well, who are you doing music for? Are you doing music for yourself? Are you creating this art for yourself? Because if you're doing it for yourself and yourself is telling you, man, like, make it how you want to make it, whether that be doing a club banger or country music or whatever it is yourself tells you to do, whatever you love to do, that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's two ends of the spectrum. That's how I always viewed it. Always viewed it as if you're an artist, make the music you want to make. Don't make what you think is popular or what you think people want to hear. you know, because like it's see-through, you know, and then it becomes work instead of like becoming like a hobby and something fun to do. Then it becomes like work. It's like fucking job, you know. Like for so long, I was making music for what I thought people wanted to hear, you know, what I thought like Peekaboo and fucking Who Want to Smoke. God, I hate Who Wants to Smoke. I hate that song, but Peekaboo and Who Want to Smoke are songs I made for like what I thought they would want to hear in a club, you know? Like I made those songs for what I thought people would want to vibe to in the club. You know, like that's what I thought. You know, just and I hate those songs. You know, it's not me the type of music I want to make. That's just whack. Um, that's the thing with artist development. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the same time, as an artist, you grow. You know, especially if you come into music young, you come to music as a young artist at 18, 19, 20. You know, you in 5, 10 years with God willing, and hopefully with God on your side. You know, you're not the same person. You're not the same person you was at 18, 19. I was just telling a woman this at McDonald's the other day. I was saying to her, like, you know, she was saying, you know, if I got, one woman said, if I got $1,000,000, I wouldn't know what to do with that. She said, I wouldn't even want it. She said, I don't want that much money because I wouldn't know what to do with it. You know, which was, it was still blowing my mind. But she said, I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't know what to do with it. You know, don't give me that much money. Just give me a little bit so I can be maintained. And it's just like, I never heard someone like decline like an opportunity. I mean, it's a app, but like that blatantly, like just like, oh, don't give me that. Don't give me that. You know, like just almost afraid of succeeding, afraid of the opportunity of what could be on the other side, you know, which is, that's like intense, you know, like that is like, man, you have to have been through some shit to be so, like, to be so content in the life in your being, which is fine. There's nothing wrong if you're happy, as long as you're happy. But it's like if you could have better, make better, do better for your family or whoever else, like why not? You know? Then another woman, she said, you know, I would if I got $1,000,000, it wouldn't change me. I wouldn't change. I'd be the same. And that's not true. That's not true at all. You know, there's no way you could change your lifestyle, go from having less than $10,000 to having 1,000,000 and be the same. There's no way because no one will treat you the same. Nobody around you will treat you the same. No one will talk to you the same. No, you cannot keep working at McDonald's. Everybody knows you just want $1,000,000, and they're just gonna be like, "Oh, hey girl, how you been?" No, it does not work like that because they don't have it. They don't know what it's like. So everyone changes around you. So there's no way you can stay the same. There's no way you can maintain the same life. Even people start to envy you and be jealous of you, and then start fucking haunting you or fucking like, you know, trying to get at you or get a piece, and everyone start begging and everyone start getting in your pockets and pocket watching, and everything changes. You know what I'm saying? So then you get a little irritated and you get a little upset, and then you start treating people differently. You start looking at people different. You don't want to hang out as much because you don't know who really want to fuck with you for you. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way you would be the same. It's not true. And you don't want to be the same. You want to, if you got $1,000,000, you don't want to spend it how you've been spending money under 10,000. You know, you want to invest it. You want to put it in different places. You want to move some shit around, maybe pay off some things. You don't want to be the same, you know? So it's not, change is not, I think people confuse change and always think change is a bad thing. You know, like, but change is not always bad. It's not bad to change. It's good to change. You got to change sometimes, you know, you change for the better. Change, you know, you can, it's damn near like upgrading. You know, you want to upgrade your life, you know, and it's because like, it just doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't stay in the same car and saying, you know, like, or anything. You wouldn't, like, I wouldn't keep my kids in the same school, and you would upgrade. You would change some things around because you have the financial means to do so, you know? So same thing with artist development, you know, like as you get older, you experience life, you know what I'm saying? You maybe meet a woman, you fall in love, or you fall out of love, or you have kids, or all types of things. And so many memories and experiences happen in your life to where like you change. You know, so then as an artist, you change. You know, you develop differently. You know, just what a human being. You know, like, especially if you don't come from a life of money, which 90% of rappers don't. You know, so 98 probably, but so you change and you develop and you become more, and I feel like as a fan, you should support it. You know, you should. That's because it's a journey and everyone's on it together. You know, unless it's just goddamn ass. If it's just fucking dookie doo, you know, then fuck it. You know, you can't stick around with some booty music. So if niggas is changing for the worse, then and it sucks, then yellow. But yeah, that's it's been on my mind because I never understood like people wanting you to be the same way. Like I never, because like it's like you don't get tired of. I get tired of it. I get tired. I got tired of rapping. That's why I made this album that I made. I get tired of. It's like if you're an artist, you would get tired of painting the same picture. No artist wants to paint the same picture on the canvas every day. Oh, it's boring. You want to switch it up, do something differently. That's not about that. I feel like I'm hounding them. I'm going in and. But I hope y'all. I hope whoever listening feels me on that. I hope, especially if we got any artists, and not even just rap artists, anything. Like any designers, anybody, or just teenagers growing up. It's okay to change. It's changing is good, for sure. I don't want you to ever feel like changing is bad because it's good to change. Changing is good.